The map.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk you through a quick tour on this map first. The Forbidden City, like I mentioned, 72 hectares, equivalent to the size of 100 football fields. 9,317 rooms altogether in this huge complex. We just came in from this gate. The gate is called over here. We just came in from the central passage. The central passage, that was the gate reserved for the emperor only. Okay, and the gate stands at the southern end of this long meridian line, hence the name, the Meridian Gate. Yeah, the gate, the central one, reserved for the emperor. Only the empress had one chance to walk through the gate when they married the emperor. Also, for those scholars who scored the highest through that famous imperial examination, they had one chance to walk through that, the central gate. Most important buildings were built along the central axis. So this is our major traveling route to see the most important palaces built along the central axis, which is also divided into two parts, the outer court and the inner court. The outer court refers to those three major palaces where the emperor to celebrate their birthdays, the winter solstice. So yeah, they celebrate the winter solstice in this palace. And also ascending ceremony for the emperors also take place in this palace. Very important. But 无事不登三宝殿，没事他们不来的。No, this is the gate. Yeah, this is called the Gate of Supreme Harmony. By going through that gate, we'll be seeing the most important palace in the Forbidden City. It's called Hall of Supreme Harmony. Okay, this area seems like the foyer of the Forbidden City over here. This is the main square of the Forbidden City. Okay, this is like the living room. This is the foyer. Okay, and they spend most of their times in the inner court to stay with their empresses, their concubines, and thousands of the beautiful ladies in the inner court, where they spend most of their times back in the days. Okay, but most of those buildings are built along the central axis. They do not open to the public. We cannot walk into the palace. What we can do is to stand at the bottom of the steps to give them a look from afar. We cannot see very well all those furniture placed inside the palace. That's why our tour will be started from here, from the furniture hall over here, where 300 beautiful furniture displayed. We can give them a closer look of those beautiful furniture. They are very similar to those furniture displayed in those major palaces. Okay, so furniture hall first, and then after the tour in the furniture hall, we'll be coming out from this gate, where has the best position of taking pictures in this area. Okay, and the construction of the Forbidden City started in 1406 by this emperor, the third emperor in the Ming Dynasty. So in the feudal list of Chinese history, there are many dynasties. Are you familiar? Ever heard of those dynasties? Tang Song. Very nice. Yeah. Qin was the first, which established 2,200 years ago, Qin Dynasty, and followed by the Han, Jin, Sui, Tang, Song, Yuan, Ming, Qing.
Yeah.
Ming and Qing are the two latest dynasties. Yeah, those two dynasties are the latest. So the Ming emperors, those two, they lived in Nanjing, the southern capital of China, and this emperor who moved the capital from Nanjing to Beijing and established the Forbidden City, Emperor Zhu Di. Started from him, there were 14 emperors in the Ming who lived in the Forbidden City until today's poor guy, the last emperor in the Ming Dynasty, called Chengzhen. And because those bad people, the enemies were attacking the Forbidden City, he committed suicide, which marked at the end of the Ming Dynasty in 1644, in April 1644. And he hung himself under a tree, okay, and killed him, which marked as the end of Ming Dynasty. And then those Manchurian people, they came into the Forbidden City and defeated those enemies and kicked them out of the Forbidden City. They took over the Forbidden City, and later on they occupied the whole country and started a new dynasty named Qing Dynasty. Qing, Qing, Qing dynasty, which lasted for 267 years till today's emperor, the last emperor in the Qing, called Puyi. The movie about this emperor was actually filmed in the Forbidden City in 1980s. Last emperor. I'm gonna show you a short video clip about that movie when we saw the Supreme Harmony. Okay, and this guy, the last emperor, he was kicked out of here in 1924, and which the whole complex opened to the public the next year in 1925. So next year is going to be the 100th anniversary of the foundation of the Palace Museum. There are going to be a lot of our celebrations, activities. New exhibition house will be open to the public next year. So you are warmly welcome. Come back to the Forbidden City again to see more and interesting.